So I know that you've had businesses in the past. Can you walk me through the biggest lesson you've learned from your previous business?
Great question. In my first business was probably one of the most memorable lessons, and that's because I probably lost some of my closest friends. So what happened was me and a couple great friends, we decided to go in on an opportunity together, and we started from scratch, but we just took each other's trust and word. Once the business started to build and there was real momentum, ego started to collide, expectations started changing within one another. It really fell apart, and that's when I decided to make my exit, and I lost some great friends in that process. But what I took away from that was, whether it's a friend, family, stranger, you should always have something in writing. Right? You should always have a contract. You should always have clear expectations and clear roles whenever you're venturing off into something. And I think that's important in even if you're working a job, right? Like if you're being employed by someone, you should have clarity on what your expectations are in the role. I think that's really it. That's what would be my number one lesson.
So if you were to start a new business again, how would you do it differently?
My approach would be, number one thing is clarity. Even before I think I would focus on contracts and whatnot, I want to make sure that the vision is there with the people I'm working with and we believe in the process and what we're doing. From there, before any investment is put into the opportunity, I would say, yeah, let's make an agreement, let's draft a contract, let's make sure we're all there. And honestly, like having a piece of paper there with an agreement, it will even stop an argument from even starting, or even something brewing in someone's head, because them knowing that piece of paper is somewhere in someone's office will stop them from even allowing their ego to grow, or someone thinking that this isn't right or this isn't fair, because that piece of paper is there. No one's even going to think about stuff like that anymore. You're just going to focus on the business. You're going to focus on the vision, and all that stuff, can be approached at a later date if necessary. But once it's there, it's concrete, it's set in stone, you can really focus on what matters.